Hi, my name is Samuelsson. I'm a chef of Red Rooster Harlem, and I'm gonna make fried chicken. Fried chicken for me, it's such an iconic recipe that speaks sort of to American culture, very often Southern American culture. I wanna listen to some really good music, sit outside, eat it with my hands, and just share it with some friends. You know, that's living, that's good life. So I'm from Ethiopia, and the main spice blend in Ethiopia is called berbere. So for my chicken shake, the main ingredient is berbere. It's a beautiful sort of mild chili blend. This is to make sure that the chicken gets this smoky, beautiful, spicy flavor that makes our fried chicken so very special. This dish I was really intimidated by, right? You know, I'm 50 yards away from Sylvia, the most famous African-American restaurant in the country, and they have really good fried chicken. So for me, I really thought about how to do it different, and not serving the white meat, serving dark meat bone in, helped me to really sort of take a stand on what type of chicken we want to serve. The other thing that was important for me was this crispy sound. When the skin is really crackling and super crispy, that's a happy sound to me. So when you fry chicken at home, you want to fry it twice, not once, but twice. The second fry, only fry it for 3 minutes. It's gonna be super crispy and super delicious. When I walk through the dining room and I hear that sound and I hear like people are really excited about biting into the chicken, you know, they have the bib on, the tie, if they wore a tie, is probably on the side. The hands are a little bit messy. They're biting into the chicken. That's a party. That's eating fried chicken at Red Rooster.
Brine. Yung brining solution kasi it's a mixture of water and salt, a lot of salt and sugar. Pitcher of water, or like a liter of water, to 2 cups of salt. Rock salt, peppercorns. Ipapound lang natin yung rosemary para lang lumabas yung scent niya at yung oils niya. There. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Ibo-boil lang natin yan, i-dissolve lang natin yan. And then what you do, pagka natapos nyo na itong i-brine, turn the heat off, i-cool down natin yan. And we will rinse the brining solution just to take out the saltiness of the chicken. I-rinse natin siya. And then we will pat it dry. Set it aside, okay? This is just cornstarch. Cornstarch, white pepper, onion powder. So ito mga ano to, 2.5 cups ng cornstarch, a tablespoon of onion powder and garlic powder, salt, and paprika. Mix it all together and then bread it. Then shake off excess. Masusunod na siya lasa kasi na-brine mo na siya. Okay, shake it out. Shake it up, shake it up, sabi nga ni Taylor Swift. Kagaya, blue, 360, okay na to, oh, inat. It is important when you fry this chicken, deep fried talaga siya, as in sana hindi siya mag-touch dun sa bottom ng pan. To cook the chicken thoroughly, it will take you at least 20 to 25 minutes. Skin face down. Whoa! Look at that. Nice. There. So, there you have it. Your perfect fried chicken made at home and mustard gravy to go with it.
Buttermilk fried chicken has to be the most popular dish across America. This is served with collard greens and the most amazing yam hash. First off, marinade. Now in here, I've got buttermilk, shallots, garlic, and onion. Pick up the chicken and place it inside the marinade. Now, the buttermilk enriches the flavor and the texture of the chicken. If you can get this done into marinade the night before, it super tenderizes the chicken. If you can't, 5 minutes in the buttermilk, let it submerge in there all the way down. Once it's been marinated, it comes out of the buttermilk. Give it a really good shake. You don't want excess buttermilk on there. And it goes into a seasoned flour. Now this flour's got salt, pepper, and a touch of smoked paprika. Gives a little bit more fragrance from there. Roll that around. Make sure that that absorbs all that flour. Now, I love my chicken crispy. The secret there is to dredge it twice. So it comes out the flour, give it a really good shake, it goes back into the buttermilk. It may be a long process, but the labor of love is worth it because the coating on the outside of the chicken is mind-blowing. Out of the buttermilk, back into the flour. Get your fingers in there and literally cover the chicken with the flour. You can see it looking slightly sort of scrappy. You want that because as that hits the oil, it blisters beautifully. Shake off the excess flour. And now we're ready for the fryer. Oil, really important. I'm gonna start mine off at 325. In she goes. Drop it in there nice and carefully. Always give a little 5-second break between putting pieces of chicken in there so as the actual breading sets and the chicken doesn't stick together. Now, just turn up the temperature for 3 minutes because the chicken's cold, so it brings down the temperature of the oil. I like to just gently turn my pan to make sure nothing sticks at the bottom. Any little floating bits, take them out. Those particles burn, and I want my oil nice and clean because it's the flavour that's left inside the chicken that you really want. Very carefully lift them out, drain them, and then on. Beautiful. But to get it even crispier and really beautifully moist inside, I like to finish mine off in the oven. Before it goes in the oven, I just like to season it just a touch into the oven for another 6 to 7 minutes. Look at this. Halfway through, I roll them over, so I've got crispy on the top and crispy on the bottom. And there's one little trick I love doing. In here, I've got some pink peppercorns, black peppercorns, and the pestle and mortar. I just lightly grind. The pink peppercorns give it that kind of sweetness and that soft heat. Once you've ground the peppercorns, get your honey and just drizzle the honey into the peppercorns. This is an amazing way of finishing fried chicken. You've got this sort of fragrant, incredible heated honey. And it's got to be done straight from the oven because when you let chicken sit, it goes soft. And I want that chicken nice and crispy. From there, I've tied a little bunch of rosemary together. I just slice through. That's my brush. That goes into the honey. And I brush on the drum, on the breast, and on the thigh. This is a really nice way of spicing up the chicken. And then look what happens when I slice in to my breast. Oh, just lift that up and sit that in the middle. So just visually, drum, breast, thigh, the stickiest and the most exciting hash just gets dropped at the bottom of the plate. And then finally, get your brush and just drop little bits around and just dab in the middle. And there we have my take of fried buttermilk chicken.
Ciao Bella! We brine chicken in a 50-50 mix of salt and sugar for 3.5 hours. We took this, pulverized it to get this. It has a texture of like almond flour. We're gonna add some of the Ichiban spice. We're gonna use Shin ramen soup mix as well. It's spicy. That's really good. This in itself is really good. So this is buttermilk as well. You know what this smells like? Doritos. Cool Ranch Doritos. I've learned over the years that fried chicken batter, if you like the little crackling crispies, this is how you do it. It's about imperfectly adding on the flour. You don't want it perfect. You want the steam when it cooks to create fissures through the crust. And that really is aided by an imperfect coating. You know that's gonna be fucking good. Oh my God. I don't understand it. It's like the best seasoning I've ever had on chicken.
We have a chicken recipe that we make using pickle juice and buttermilk and garlic and special flour and panko bread. And this whole
Pickle
thing.
juice and buttermilk makes such a great brine.
So it makes this great brine. So we got into making great fried chicken. So start off with a little seasoned flour. So just a little bit of salt and pepper. We know that routine.
Right.
And then what we've got here, Rach, is we've got some chicken tenders that have been brined for about 2 hours. Actually, let me give you this a little
And
stir.
that, yeah, I'll do it.
Have been,
It's okay.
Thank you very
Put
much.
it in there.
I have no gloves here, so, you know, in the restaurant biz, we go with the gloves, but in the Rach biz, we're going to do the tongs and
Or
do
you
the...
could just put your freaking hand in the
I
thing.
didn't want to do it the wrong way. I didn't want to do it the wrong
It's a 1 hour
way.
show, guy. Come on, get with the program. Into the eggs.
Into the eggs. Now, over into some panko breadcrumbs. You want to grab that?
Extra crispy.
Yep, some cornstarch.
Cornstarch.
Cornstarch loves to be fried. A little bit of flour.
AP flour, cornstarch, panko.
Salt and pepper.
S&P.
There we go. Look at the
Garlic.
team we are. Little onion powder. Little paprika. There we go. All be a stir. Now this is where things are gonna get weird. This is where things are gonna get weird. Mix that up. That cornstarch is really key.
That's gonna give you the extra crispy crunchies.
Extra crispy crunchies. What happens is the wet chicken collects the flour collects the egg wash, and the egg wash now collects the cornstarch and the breadcrumbs. But here's where the key is, Rach, and you know this, but I'll just go over it.
Yeah.
We pile it on top,
You
and
gotta
then
do the press.
we give it a little press. We're not tenderizing these because we don't want to break them down and lose their texture. So we give it a little press like that.
Just want that coating to stay on it.
Give it a little shake. Now the key to this is let them rest a bit so that all of that adheres onto it.
And settles in and crusts up.
Exactly. Hit it with a little bit of cooking spray, your favorite time. There's a canola spray here, and that will help it brown a little bit, but you're getting really great heat. You're getting great heat circulation, and then what
it's an air fryer.
And it does, and it fries it, and it puts a great crunch and a great crisp, and I've never used them. I just started getting into them because I was coming to see Rach, and I think that you're going to be impressed.
Can we see?
Ta-da.
Wow. Look at the color on these suckers, huh?
But nice, right? Okay, throw them on there. We need a couple pieces of pepper jack cheese.
Pepper jack cheese.
Okay? Into the broiler. I'm gonna make one of these sandwiches
Yeah, you
for
make it for them. I'm gonna just put some ranchero on the one I've been eating.
Well, they're great. So we make sandwiches at Chicken Guy. We also serve the chicken tenders, and we also serve them on salads, and we serve them on top of fries, but we make real deal chicken. So, little donkey sauce on there, a toasted brioche bun. Now, this is gonna be one of my favorites. I'll put some barbecue sauce. We'll throw some pickles on the bottom.
Yum.
A little really thin sliced onions. Even if you don't like the onions, they'll disappear because of the warm chicken. Lay a big piece of that chicken tender on there, but here comes the Rachael part. Potato chips.
Oh, low crunch. Low crunch.
You throw some of that potato chip on there for Rach. Okay? Little potato chip. A little bit of slaw. I'm gonna make this as big as I possibly can to watch you try to eat it. So we pop these right up on top.